Hey guys, welcome back to SoulsLanders. This is episode 5, and today we are going to resume our time in the Undead Parish. Last episode we talked to Andre and Siegmeyer of Katarina down here, and yeah, so we've got a boss to kill, we've got some cool items to pick up today. I'm having a really good time doing this. It seems like after I edit and upload an episode, I get this second wind and I just want to jump right into the next one. So that's what we're doing now. So let's run up here and see what the actual parish part of this undead parish has in store for us. Nice backstab. Oh yeah. Little warm-up enemies here. Very cool. I've always liked this part of the game for some reason. There's some good viewpoints you can get. Well, I guess it's all just trees, but I don't know, something about the way that the sun's coming through the clouds, and it's just got this really lonely, dreary look to it. And that's just kind of how this game is, you know? Okay. So, before we run all up in here, there are two enemies that don't respawn that we need to take out first. There's this big guy with a shield right over there, and then up above, let me see if I can get him on camera. Well, he's standing up in this window. It's a channeler that's going to be shooting a bunch of magic at us, and we've already pulled this dude. This is a good place to fight him so we don't get hit with that magic. Oh, watch out for that. I don't think we can backstab this enemy. I think he's too big. But a few hits with our claymore is not a problem for him. Got an extra titanite shard. That's good. Let's go ahead and run here. We're going to get a firekeeper soul. I'll read that here in a second. So there's that channeler right there. I wonder if we can hit him with arrows. I've actually never tried this before. Headshot. Huh. He doesn't do anything to him. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's what we don't want. Alright, so we'll go take him out here in a second. We need to clear out the rest of that room because there's some items on the other side. How did that not get the backstab? Oh, get out of the way. Unlock. So one thing I should mention before we get deeper into the game is that while you're locked on, your character doesn't have as free of motion. I think it can only move in like 8 different directions, side to side and diagonal and everything like that. So that's why learning how to play unlocked is a really good skill, because man, look at me, I'm fucking up really bad here. Too busy teaching you how to suck at this game. Yeah, that's the instructional approach to this channel. Don't do what I do. What did he drop? Another titanite shard? Okay. That's good. We'll need those. I think there's 1 or 2 more of these baldurnites in here. No? Is that it? Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Hell yeah. And we've got the halberd. And missing an attack. There we go. That jumping two-handed attack with this is so awesome. Basement key. Alright, so we got a few guys to read here. Let's start with the basement key. Basement key opens the narrow passage leading below at the far face of the Great Bridge in the Undead Burg. The lower Undead Burg is a treacherous place. Do not turn your back on the wily thieves or the wild dogs who serve the Capra Demon. So that's an area that we're going to get to here pretty soon. Nearby where we saw Solaire, there's that door that we needed to get. I think the basement key is the one that opens it. And that's how we get to the Capra Demon boss. Alright, we don't need to go there, but at least we've got that gate open now. Alright, I think I needed to read the halberd as well. Long-hilted weapon mixing spear and axe is difficult to handle, requiring both strength and dexterity. The halberd has 2 elementary attacks, spear-like thrusting and large sweeping swings. However, one false swing and the wielder is left wide open. So this is kind of, like it said, a mixture of an axe and a spear. Let's see, do I have the stats to wield it? Yeah, I do. So it's got good thrusting. I don't really care for it, though. I don't like this little step that it does after the fact. Yeah. I think we just need a little bit more stats. Anyway, that's the halberd. I'm going to go right back to my claymore. What is our attack at? 173? What is it two-handed? 191. See, look, we're almost already where that Drake sword would have put us, and we have a better moveset, and we can buff our weapon. We're much better off this way. Okay. So up this staircase is going to take us up there, and the boss is up there as well. But this elevator is going to take us back to a familiar place. We need to go ahead and unlock this shortcut. You remember in the Firelink Shrine there was that elevator that didn't work? Well, here we are. Right back at it. There we go. Did I miss an item? Holy crap. Okay, not a big deal. Alright, so that's good. That way we can get back to Firelink Shrine a lot quicker than having to go through the Undead Burg again. Yeah, let's resume our time in the Undead Parish. Long elevator rides. Alright, we got a Balder Knight up here we need to take out. Perfect. Oh, man. Sometimes when the enemy is a little bit more elevated than you on a staircase, you'll miss the... See, that was his parry attack that he could have done on us. No! Don't do that. Okay. So we got a bunch of fucking undead guys to take out. That's what these two-handed weapons are good for. Large groups of enemies. Oh, let's roll back. We're getting swarmed. Swarmed. Yeah. How many of these guys are there? Like 8 or 9? Yeah. The channeler's not so bad. It's these dudes. They just keep coming. There we go. So, something that you'll kind of pick up as you get better at the game is starting an attack and then locking onto the enemy that the attack will go to. It's just an advanced thing that you can do. So right there, I rolled, pressed R1, and then locked on at the last second. Because if I would have rolled while still being locked on, that free motion thing that I talked about can affect where you're rolling to and everything like that. So locking on at, like after you've already done the input commands for an attack is a really good thing to do. Alright, do we want to go up here right now? Yeah, let's do it. Let's kill this guy. Perfect. Alright. So that mystery key we picked up last episode is going to be used here.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse. Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this, and I guarantee a reward. Only later. Yes, very sorry. I've just been freed.
So he is going to give us one of the best rings in the game. Now we can get back to work. What's he up to?
I am free.
Okay. So he's going to end up at a Firelink Shrine later, and his quest line will continue. We can actually fight him right now, and he drops the Ring of Favor and Protection, which is one of the best rings in the game. But it's a pretty tough fight, and I actually like following through on his quest line because we'll get it no matter what if we finish it. It's a pretty cool last fight that we get out of it as well. It just means that we have to wait even longer in the game to get the Ring of Favor, but we don't need it. But if you just know that you can get it early on if you choose to fight him. Alright, I think there's an item over here we can grab. Yeah, I think this is probably just a large soul. Alright, and now we're ready to face the gargoyles. We only have 4 Estus. I think we can do it. I don't think we need to run back and heal. I'm just going to try it out. Especially because we're going to have a little bit of help on this one. A little bit of help. Ah, what's this? Ooh. Oh. It's our friend from earlier. So you can actually summon the Knight Solaire for quite a few different boss battles in the game. And that's probably the only type of summons that we'll stick to for this playthrough are NPC summons, because I don't think they help you as much as nearly as much as an online player would. And we'll go ahead and apply this buff. Those things look so cool. I love their helmets. And we can actually get that halberd, we can get that shield, we can get the helmet. Those are all drop weapons. Let's apply our little buff here. Oh, ah! So the benefit of summoning somebody is that they can kind of keep the boss's attention away. And make sure you go for the tail on that first gargoyle so you can get the axe. Solarian scared, no fire. Stamina. Look at me, I'm sucking ass. Just let him kill him, why not? Come on, Solaire, you can do this. Oh, maybe not. Easy. That's not a very tough boss battle at all, especially if you've got help from Solaire. But even without, that lightning damage does quite a bit to him. What do we get? 10,000 souls. Hell yeah! All right. Well, we're gonna run up and ring that first bell of awakening now. Let's see if we can get any few points. No. It's pretty awesome though. Did we get the freaking gargoyle helmet? Nope. We just got the axe. Gargoyle tail axe. Sliced tail of the gargoyle guarding the bell of awakening in the Undead church, or patrolling in Inner Londo. Can be used as a bronze battle axe. Bends dramatically during large attacks, owing to its nature as a tail. That's pretty cool. So we'll need 14 dexterity to wield it. I don't particularly care for it, but it does look really cool, and it is part of that rare weapons trophy list. Anything that involves cutting off a tail is part of that trophy list. Got all these unnecessary floors here. Pretty dang exciting, right? So that's the first Bell of Awakening. Now we need to work our way down to the second, which is going to be a tumultuous journey, and that I'm looking very much forward to.
Greetings. I am Oswald of Karim, the Pot. Thou art a friend. For thee, a warm welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed, all sin is my name.
All right. What has he got to buy? So this guy, he pretty much helps you with all of your if you want to leave a covenant, or if you've committed a certain sin against one of the covenants, he can absolve you of those sins. And the sin would be like attacking one of the NPCs or something like that, which we're not going to do a whole lot of toward the end of the game anyway. So we just learned his gesture. Okay, let's take a look at some items he's got. We've got the Purging Stone, an Indictment, a Homeward Bone, and Book of the Guilty. So Purging Stone, an ash-colored stone encasing a skull, secret treasure of our store, the Earl of Karim. Reduce curse buildup and breaks curse. Humans are helpless against curses and can only redirect their influence. The Purging Stone does not dispel curses, but receives them as a surrogate. The stone itself was once a person or some other being. So that's kind of wild. I never knew that, actually. So these stones used to actually be some kind of creature that you then channel whatever curse you've gotten into the stone, and it takes it away from you. Curse is a really annoying status ailment that we'll run into here pretty soon with these enemies called the basilisks. And what it does is it instant kills you, and then when you spawn, you only have half of your maximum health. So you're going to want to get rid of your curse pretty soon. So we'll probably end up buying a few of these later on in the playthrough. Alright, Indictment. A slip sold by the Bishop of Velka, Goddess of Sin. If you are killed by an invader, use this to report the crime of that trespasser. The indicted player will be added to a list of unfortunate souls who will one day face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. So this is an item that does what it says. If somebody invades your game, you can report them, and they'll be added to the list of unfortunate souls that'll get the face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. There's another covenant in the game called Blade of the Dark Moon that allows you to invade other players' games that have committed these sins and gotten indictments. So that's how those covenants work. It's all geared towards the multiplayer and adding lore to the mechanics of it. All right, Book of the Guilty. The Goddess of Sin, Velka, oversees this list of the guilty, whoever disrespected the gods or their covenants, and shall one day face the wrath of the Blades of the Dark Moon. So this is just a cool item that shows you players that have sinned the most. But it's actually bragging rights, because whoever's ever at the top of this list has gotten a lot of PvP kills, which is not something I've ever been really good at in this game. Alright, so that's it for his items there. Let's look at, I think he's got a miracle. Karmic Justice. Miracle of the Black-Haired Witch Velka. Temporary auto counter versus heavy damage. For each sin, there is a punishment, and it is the task of the goddess Velka to define the sin and mete out the punishment. Very cool. I don't think I've ever really used this miracle. We might come back and try it. Seems like it helps you just do like a counterattack, basically, if you take a lot of damage. We've got Velka's Talisman. It's a medium for casting miracles of the gods. This black tuft of hair that serves as a talisman belongs to Velka, Goddess of Sin. It casts miracles not by drawing upon faith, but intelligence. That's interesting. So it's most of the talismans scale with faith, but this one scales with intelligence. So if you were a sorcerer build, you could still jump and use this to cast your miracles if you needed to use a couple and you wanted to get the best scaling for your build. Very cool. Alright, we've got a few rings. The Blood Bite ring is it boosts bleeding resistance. One of the infamous bite rings commissioned by Sir Astor of Karim. Despite the dreadful rumors surrounding its creation, this ring is an unmistakable asset in its ability to help prevent bleeding. So I wonder what the rumors are around its creation. Let's check out the poison bite ring. One of the infamous bite rings commissioned. Okay, same thing. It just prevents poison. And we've got a ring of sacrifice. Lose nothing upon death, but the ring breaks. This mystical ring was created in a sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. So if we had a lot of souls on us, and we were out of healing, and it looked like we weren't going to make it back to a bonfire, it would be a good idea to put this ring on so that whenever we died, we didn't lose anything. But it's a one-time use kind of thing. But luckily, there's multiple of these rings throughout the game. There's probably only a few times you'll ever need to use it anyway. If you're smart, that is. Which I'm not. Abandoned Covenant. I wonder what our sin is then. I guess for killing that merchant NPC. Interesting. Do we want to spend 9,500 souls? No. Absolutely not.
Thou art welcome. And it is only human to commit a sin.
Good Lord. What is up with all these NPCs laughing at us?
Greetings. I am pleased to see thee preserving thy humanity.
Maybe he's saying that to us because we're in human form right now. That's cool.
Thou art welcome. It is only human.
I've never noticed that lore tidbit on the bite rings, that there's some dreadful rumors surrounding how they were created. I wonder if we'll find out what those are. Alright, so we're going to rest at this bonfire, and I'm actually going to cut this episode a little bit short, but no worries. I'm going to probably upload episode 6 very, very quickly after this one, where we're going to take a look at the Darkroot Garden area. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all on the next one.